To be honest with you, and I'm always honest with you, so it's just an expression. You know, the liberals are doing it more and more now. Is listen, they start with this. For me, it's like, oh, don't be disrespectful. If I'm an interviewer, what do you think I'm here to do? Like, don't be rude. You know, people that have worse listening skills than I do saying, hey, look at this nice lady here. So this is my conflict, okay? I went to her service at the Salvation Army 2 days ago, and I was touched. Like I was teary-eyed many times, and I wish I could go somewhere by myself and cry a lot more. And what touched me is the sense of community, the sense of family, which I miss in my life. You know, I've known Janet for a bit more than a year, maybe, and I I haven't had that many interactions with her, but she was a very pleasant lady, and I made an effort to go speak in front. It was 2 hours of kind of a little bit of structured programming, but also open mic for those that wanted to share their stories. And mine was very short, and it kind of, in a way, indirectly was on behalf of other people in this building as well. And but you know, like it, you know, the feeling I was getting during the service is that I wanted to change my attitude and stay in Prince Rupert as a way to honor her, but not honor her in the sense that I've known her or I'm super close or things like that. It was more like, you know, if she can give hugs to everybody and everybody loves her, and of course it's not the same if I start giving hugs to people. You know, like you know, when it comes from different individuals, it's a different response, right? But the thing is I already am finding, you know, that people recognize me and know me by name, you know, just like when I was in Ladysmith. But it's totally not the same as Ladysmith because the culture is not the same as Ladysmith, and I'm not the same person as when I first arrived in Ladysmith. So it's not really possible. But even if I decided to stay here and keep investing in this community as my community, is there's so many activities I enjoy that are not available to me. There's so many ways that I'd like to be of service that will not be allowed. Like if I had just one thing on my plate right now, if I had one place to say, oh yeah, we'd love for you to volunteer like 5-10 hours a week. If I had just a one situation like this after being here this long, you know, it would be enough to get to tip over to using the feelings I had during her service to stay here and commit to being here because I had one thing, but I don't even have that. And I've documented so many times and places and sometimes more than one attempt to be of service. Volunteer. It's also upsetting hearing more and more stories on CBC about growing mental illness and mental health issues when my program has been received by so many people, my Humanix or Global Responsible Citizen program, by so many individuals, and it includes a strong component not just of life skills but of mental health. And nobody cared to receive it for free in all communities in BC that I've been to. So, so at this point, without one little opportunity to be of service somewhere, is I still dream of leaving. But it was still beautiful. It was still beautiful, and I'm glad I went. And I can see that, you know, community is possible, especially with big families, but during, you know, usually major events. But they had regular Sunday dinners, you know, like I miss the concept of hugs and connection and respect and community even between families. I miss that. I miss having a family. And it made me not miss my relatives in Quebec. It made me miss, let's say, having this girlfriend who had a big family. You know, who might have been religious, but didn't try to impose that on me. And of course, I just went to church sometimes with them, you know, when it was special occasions. And that was still very acceptable as a trade-off for being part of a family. But even if I had one thing, or if I had a girlfriend here and she wasn't really set here and she didn't have a great family here, is I'd still ask her, hey, can we go make plans to be somewhere else? Because even if there's one thing, you still won't have me kind of enjoy badminton here or volleyball or, you know, the choices of trails or places to bicycle, or there could be a lot more. Being of service, let's say in fire rescue or search and rescue, this education, doing some tutoring, even if it's just volunteer somewhere, just keeping my skill sets up, without anything that I enjoy. I'm going to keep trying for a little bit because I'm really torn between, and again, it's not specifically linked to Janet in the sense that, she was my grandma for decades and decades. That's not it. I don't owe her in that way. I just had feelings triggered to say, stop trying to leave, Martin. You're already kind of known here, and shift your attitude a bit more and start appreciating the community that you can help build without necessarily talking about, this is what I'm doing, I'm helping to build community. But again, the red flags, they're so numerous that this would be a losing battle, that I wouldn't gain ground. I would lose ground with all my efforts. It's still, I'm torn. So we'll see what'll happen. And I want to kind of take part in what I've seen there at the service. It's too bad that it often involves, religion, but I just know the common sense that I'm like you, a social creature who needs this sense of community.